Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
I think that might be the shortest amount of time I've ever spent with any presenter, maybe specifically Danielle, before hopping on live. We were like, hi, okay. How's everybody doing tonight? I saw lots of comments from people that were like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as my grandma liked to say. How are you, Danielle?
I'm doing good. It's been a really crazy weeks, month, summer,
Years? What's
all the things. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good.
from guitar lessons. Is that a weekly thing right now?
Yeah, every Wednesday it's my older son's guitar lesson, and then every Friday my younger goes to ukulele lessons.
So much fun. You're like the cool mom.
I want to learn to play too, but I can't add one more thing right now. But I've been kind of like using their books and watching some YouTube videos, but nobody told me I was fretting with the wrong hand until like recently. And so I'm not trying to read music, otherwise I'd realize it's upside down.
So I did not, like, I was unaware when I started taking lessons because basically I just thought the guy that I was taking lessons from was cute. And so that's why I was interested in playing the guitar back in college. And so I was not aware of how much my fingertips would hurt. I mean, it was
Yeah.
probably before I developed a lot of beading calluses too, because now I bet like my fingertips are basically like indestructible. But I remember there was one morning after practicing for like a week or more straight, I got in the shower and the hot water hit my fingers and I was like, like it was
Yeah,
so
and it hurts.
sensitive.
Yeah. And developing that strength in your hands takes a lot of time. Like it's kind of like building a muscle, going to the
Yeah,
gym. It's like and so all this time I'm working with the wrong hand. I have to like
fine.
switch to the
You can do whatever hand you want to use.
Yeah.
I think that just shows you're fairly ambidextrous, which I feel like is pretty prevalent in crafty people and artistic people that I know, that you can
That's
like
really
kind of
interesting.
switch back and forth more easily than others. My grandmother was that way too.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Hi, everybody. Shirley and Barbara and Karen and Sandy and Lori and Colleen and Jenny.
Oh, thanks, Barbara. Hi, everybody.
What was your August launch? Tell me more.
I started doing a project kits. So, like, 4 projects in a box that have lots of
Ooh.
extras. And it's just the first one I've done. So far, so good.
How did I miss this? Oh my gosh, I feel like I
I
just
kind of snuck it
totally.
in there under the radar because I didn't know if it was going to be like a big disaster or not. So I just
Oh,
wanted to.
stop it. Literally nothing you touch could be a big disaster. I am convinced thoroughly.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I can't wait to go back and check it out. So I mean, I watched lots of your videos. Was the project that was like a flower, like a floral seed bead in the middle with like strands on the outsides of that? Was that part of the launch?
Oh, no, that one's coming up. So that's something I was
Okay.
just kind of playing with, and I decided to make it a thing. So now I'm perfecting it and maybe figuring out how to present it. I got to make
It
sure I have
was
all the
really
beads.
cute.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, Sandra and Terry. Colleen says, I tell her this all the time, Cassandra, with good
She
reason.
does. Yeah.
Oh, well, for everyone that's joining us, if you're new on our channel, thank you for being here. I'm Cassandra. I'm the owner of Beads to Live By, and Danielle Wickes Jewelry, our friend. I always don't remember to point the right direction. Somehow managed that one the first time around, has graced us with her significantly talented design presence tonight because we are going to be playing with our curated collections, which is our monthly subscription of beads that we offer in a seed bead collection, or you can do an add-on of a 2-hole bead set that coordinates with the seed beads. And then I hope I sent Danielle some extra goodies with the fire polish and the pressed glass that coordinate with it. Okay. I'm like,
I
please
have
tell
a,
me there's
I
other
have a
things in your box. Okay. Good. Hi, Jody, another talented friend that loves to, our beading community is so fabulous. We are
Yeah.
a lucky group of people to have so many wonderful folks out there that support one another. And gosh, I'm seriously feeling I might go like on the DL and watch on my phone to see where your like other launch is. I'm like, I feel like I just missed the biggest bead news since like Bead and Button shutting down or something.
Oh, no, it was just a little experiment. I would call it an experiment. I just wanted to see like if I could, actually turn it around. That's the hard, you do this monthly. So
well, and what I'm doing is like I throw the beads together and then just rely on lovely and talented people like yourself to help me like promote ideas with them. But yeah, a multi-kit monthly thing would be very, very time consuming. I don't think it's undoable. You are faster than the average person I know at designing, and you seem to be expedient with your other parts of your business too. So I don't have any doubt in your abilities, but yeah, it's not like something that would just be like some new person was like, woohoo, I'm gonna like start a kit, whatever subscription, and there's gonna be 4 projects in every month. And there's a lot of people that they said that to me, I'd be like, okay, sweetie, like good luck with that.
I know, right? I need like
have to
something to
give it
knock
up.
on over here. Hopefully this is real.
Yeah, I know. That's what I do every time I say I'm going to knock on wood. I'm like, there is no real wood anywhere in my vicinity.
I figure like the worst thing that will happen is I won't be exactly every month, but it's not like a recurring thing.
I was going to say, that's the thing. If you don't tie it to like a recurring payment, or like if people aren't pre-ordering like they do with our subscriptions, then you have the ability to make adjustments as needed, which I would have really loved. I could skip October, but I'm not going to, because the timing of it's funny that we came upon this topic because our subscriptions, people sign up quarterly now for anyone who's not been around for that. And therefore, like October, November, December registration normally would happen at the end of September. But our trip to the Czech Republic is October 5th through the 12th. So that means that ideally, if I'm playing my cards right, I am ordering seed beads for my last quarter subscriptions and get them in time that I can like pack myself little sets of them to take with me, because I want to pick out new 2-hole beads for you guys in the Czech Republic at the factories where you can't like get everything that I'm finding just like willy-nilly in the US right now. So I have a little bit of work to do ahead of time, and I probably will have to also add the subscriptions a little earlier in September than I normally would choose to. And when I get back on the 13th, that's the day before the subscriptions are supposed to start going to the mail. So I'll be jet lagged and packing your orders. If you guys get 2 of everything, like you'll just have to chalk it up to the fact I was loopy from jet lag.
Oh, maybe you can just take like one day. And
yeah. I probably will not be doing packing on the 14th. We'll just put that out there. But thank you, Barbara. It's funny that you say my hair looks great because it's super humid and hot in Michigan. I was just sitting outside for like 3 hours catching up with my friends that I was talking about.
Oh.
And although it was like not completely uncomfortable, I feel very like sticky right now. So it must be like one of those, just like the humidity did just the right things. But the other thing, Danielle, you don't have to like commit to this on camera, but I'll tell you about it because I want to start like hyping this up for people. I think I was talking to Jody about this on our live together, and it could have been Becky. Somebody in the last month. Sorry, guys, you're not interchangeable to me, I promise. But I was saying that, like, I think last year or the year before, I did a little like pop-up week with like all my beauty friends and did like a live every night. Like I think you remember, I'm sure you were part of that. And I thought like this year I could schedule it for November and get you guys stuff in time to like do things with like the brand new things I bring back from Prague, which is going to include really cool like vintage things. And yeah, so I was like, oh, I better remember to like keep talking about it. So I remember to actually like email you guys and put something on the calendar, but just throwing it out there.
I'm game.
Good.
You had me at fresh beads. So.
Fresh beads. Fresh off the boat.
It's kind of like donuts. It's like no one's ever said no to donuts. No one says no to beads.
Good to know. Awesome. Well, gosh, did you just open your package up? When did you receive your July delivery? That's what we're working with for everyone that's not aware of the time frames. So like the bead subscriptions for us ship between the 14th and the 18th every month. So then that means that like it's towards the end of the month when people are receiving them. So this is the July subscription, but I told Danielle off camera I might tease everybody with the August beads because they're going to start going in the mail tomorrow.
That's awesome. I'd love to see them. Yeah. And I opened this a little bit ago and have been looking at it and staring at it. Sometimes I put things on my desk, even though I'm kind of swamped. So I didn't get to like dive in yet.
Ruminate.
But it's been great. And so there's thoughts and yeah, I have at least 2 ideas I want to try. So
I will be completely honest with everyone. These colors were so far out of my normal like range of things that I pick, that I put together, that I work with myself. But it was just like I try every few months to like do that, to like really push the envelope for myself, because I know it's like, it's like food. Not everyone has the same taste. So if I only ever pick out beads that I like the way they look together for myself, it's like that gets boring, and also it's just not fair to everybody. So yeah, this was one of those months where I was like, ooh, yikes. Okay, there it is.
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, hey, I think it came together really beautifully, and there's a lot of gorgeous things here that would be fun to work with.
Well, I have something to show at some point. Are you going to use the same camera to flip?
Yeah, I'll just switch my camera.
All right, so I'll make you bigger, and I'll go grab the thing that I'm going to show. Like I'll eventually put another camera on screen, but for now I'll try to remember every time. There we go.
There it is. So do I get to, yeah, there, it's all fitting.
It is all fitting magically on the screen somehow. So exciting.
It's really beautiful. There's a lot of cute stuff here. And I was kind of thinking these together.
Oh, yes.
Maybe even throwing these in if it's possible. They have a little different widths, but I think it might work. And then I thought I had a gorgeous idea for a 3 bracelet stacker.
Yay. Always a fan.
Yeah. And then I still really love silkies. Those are, and then you had a design that you put in the thumbnail that looked like
that's the thing that's like, I got to so I have a brick and mortar store for anyone that doesn't follow us. And I got to the shop this morning and it was sitting on the table at the store where I like work with other people during the day if there's not customers at the front. And I took the bracelet and just like tossed it into my purse because I was like, I will forget hands down to take this home with me if I don't take it right now. But of course, then I still left it in the other room. So I will go grab it and make sure and show it at some point on camera.
I'd love to see how you constructed it. It looked like it had silkies in it.
Yeah, so it has something called, this is going to kind of ruin the surprise for you, Danielle, because the August subscription, I'm going to toss some, it's called an ESO bead. And it's kind of like a super duo on steroids. So it's like a fat, chonky super duo. And awesome. I'm sure you've seen them before, but I was going to throw some into your August collection that like coordinate with the subscription so you can play around with them at some point. But because I'd been thinking about that, I like pulled them out and started playing with them myself. And then that's when I made that bracelet with the silky beads.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. I think that works. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah. Hi, Lauren.
I don't think I've played with ESO beads. That's new to me. That's really neat.
Well, that makes my day. If I can introduce you to a new bead, I feel like I'm like winning some kind of like game at life.
Oh, feel free to, I'll take that challenge any day.
Show you all the new beads.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited about new beads.
All right. Well, I'll mute myself for a minute and I'll go grab that if you want to like kind of tell everybody what you're thinking about doing.
Yeah, so I think I want to experiment with something kind of similar to the bracelet that you shared in the thumbnail had a cool configuration. And I don't know exactly how you did it, but I was going to play and see if I could get some of these to fit like that. So I spotted 11 seed beads, definitely spotted the silkies in there. And I like the name because, you know, silkies. I know there's some silkies in the audience right now. And, you know, I think I'm going to use some darker thread, even though I feel like the colors here, white would be better. I don't know. How do you guys feel about me using some white fireline? Would it be too dark? Would that show? Or I could use, let's see, this one might show up a little better. It's a little more thick. Well, I'll put my hands under it if you need to see the colors, because I mean, I'm going to be working right against this color, so I feel like I need to match it just a little bit. So let's grab this. Okay. I'm going to flatten the ends. I'm literally just going to see what happens.
I'm back.
And I'm grabbing some needles. Where are my needles? Here we go. I've got so much stuff floating around on this desk. I've been doing tons of filming and
it gets like that. And then I'll go through these like right now I have more things put away and organized and more space cleared off than I've had for like a year, it seems like. And I just know the only reason that's happening is because I'm about to fill every crevice of space again with like piles of beads.
Right.
There's no way I'm just going to like stay organized and like, you know where everything's at and have like space to like breathe.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's definitely tricky. It's tricky just to get things in order, you know?
Yeah, that's like a whole separate part of beading is like the organization and the whatever.
I liked the way it fanned out, and it might take me just a second to kind of get the, well, you know, I think I want to go the other side of it. Definitely the super duo, but I feel like it needs to be a 2-hole bead. Would you agree? That does this.
Get the like, yeah.
And then I'm probably going to pull in a fire polish. So let's see here. So it goes, flipping it. Okay. So a bit like that. I'm going to come down a little bit because I feel like I'm really high. Okay. And then let's choose a color, red or yellow.
Kind of like that yellow.
I like the yellow too. And I think it's going to be the right size.
Yeah, and I agree with everybody about the white thread. I think it'd be really hard to you'd see so much of your thread if you used a darker thread with this like combination theoretically.
Yeah, I'd probably end up redoing it if I made it with that color, because it would show through even the transparent beads. And
I just dropped the link for anybody who is loving the beads that Danielle is using. In some way, shape, or form, they're at this like general address, but they when I list the subscription beads after the subscriptions get mailed out every month, they are listed in the order that they appear. So like the most recent subscriptions are at the top of this page. If you don't change the tab that talks about like there's a sort by or a filter. So if you don't touch any of those tabs and you just start scrolling down this page that I just linked, you'll see a bunch of the beads that Danielle's working with.
so it's going to kind of turn like this, and tell me if this is kind of how you did the other one. I don't know for sure if this is going to work, but let's find out. So
I love these journeys with you, Danielle.
I don't always land it though, so we'll have to see what happens.
Oh, pish posh.
I think you did something like this, and I'm trying to figure out how you connected. So
I will add one more camera here and then make it big for a minute so you can see the
See your
progress.
design? Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Maybe with a little less there. The one light was a little bit much, maybe.
Or I could always flip to see like.
So I used my seed beads to create like a pivot point at the tips of the silky beads.
Oh
So it's
no.
like a modified right angle weave, maybe not very modified even. And then those ESO beads, I wanted to make something that looked like a little butterfly, like
Aw.
the shape, because they've got such a nice like plump sort of look to them. So there's 11s and 15s in there. Aw, thanks, Lori.
So this is going to be wild. Have you ever done right angle weave with bricks? I switched to the bricks because I was getting confused with the points on the triangles. I'll have to try the triangles.
Yeah, the ones, the 2-hole beads that have what would be the best term for it, that are like asymmetrical, like they have a face or a top and a bottom or whatever you want to call it. That creates a whole nother design challenge. Like those silky beads are like, or the bricks are all just like, either direction, no matter what way you turn them, they're good. So it's a little easier sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way to go, at least with this one. And then let's see which.
It's definitely a quicker, easier study if you're designing from scratch.
I think that's gonna work. Okay, this might be really cool. Man.
All right, guys, don't look at my second camera if you're a subscriber and you want to be surprised, because this is like a big spoiler alert here.
Spoiler alert.
The July, August, and September subscriptions had like a cutesy theme every month. So like the July subscription that Danielle's working with is like a late summer picnic, and the August subscription theme was like a beach day. So you gotta get that like last lake day or beach day in before the end of the summer. And if you live in the Midwest northern part of the United States, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you'll be wishing you had done so.
Yep. If you don't get your warm weather activities in soon, you're gonna be missing out. This is already super fun, Danielle. I like the way those bricks are sitting.
This is going to be different, but I'm just going to go crazy. I'm going to try some stuff.
I'm going to go crazy.
Let's just see what happens. This is how I party right here. Really get out.
Yeah, anytime I try to party harder than this, my body reminds me that I'm no longer 22 years old. I'm not in college anymore.
Oh my gosh, I get reminded as well.
Oh, look how great that sits.
This is cool. So, okay, so do we want to go silky all around? Because that's going to work. Silky all around might work. Or the side could fan with a bunch of something else. Either fire polish. Fire polish could be cute. Oops. Or I could smash my camera.
I make everybody probably dizzy on a regular basis throwing my camera around.
It's always so low for seed beading.
Right. Because you got to be able to see, what's happening, right?
This might work. Okay, this is either too big but we'll find out.
I know you can't do it without just testing the waters for spacing when you start.
Yeah.
Darn bead.
Let's see.
This particular color combination reminds me of, I want to say maybe some of the pharmacy signs in European countries have very specific color schemes, like the white and the green with maybe like the yellow or the red in them. I'm like getting some like flashbacks from something I've seen in the wild.
Oh, that's so cool. They're very neat. They're very fun. And I like just not having to have done the work myself of picking colors. And I just get to go and do the fun part, right? Just the design. Oh yeah, here we go. That's not.
There it is. Little pop of.
Okay, let's see. I might still take it.
I love the frosted white against the like shiny colors. And I love that you've got a couple of completely transparent colors with a couple of just like plain opaque. It's very like contrast heavy in a good way. Which this whole collection was kind of that way as far as the colors go anyways. So I
wonder if this will look almost floral.
In like a nice abstract way.
That's cool. Here, I'm going to push these up so we can really see the prettinesses. There we go. Okay, so now I'm exiting from this one. I'm going to go around once just to strengthen. See if I can get through a few at a time.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't do a lot of work with the 2-hole check glass beads, they are well made, but sometimes their holes can be a touch sharper. So depending on what weight of thread you're using or how you're constructing your project, what Danielle's doing is such a good idea because it just gives you a little extra reinforcement and insurance, we'll say.
My pliers pulled my thread there. Launched
it. Oh my goodness. It's not a day of beading if I don't fling my project at least once, like even just because I like pulled my needle and yanked something out of place too quickly.
Exactly.
Oh, Barbara says it might be another country's flag colors. Yes, that makes sense too. Oh, Sandy said watching you two is relaxing. That's so sweet.
Thank you, Sandy.
I'm glad because I'm a fairly anxious person. So if I can be soothing to other people, it makes me feel really good because I seek that out in other people as well.
Me too. Me too. I have that same.
Like a nervous energy sort of.
Yeah. And I've been told like from my videos and stuff, I've been told that I talk really fast and I try not to do that. I don't know if it's an ADD thing or if it's just a me thing.
Well, and like sometimes people get used to, I call it keyboard cowboys, where it's like if you're behind the keyboard just like watching other people's content, it can be really easy to criticize people sometimes. Like sometimes there's times for constructive criticism, but it always hurts my feelings for my friends when people say things that maybe are not actually very helpful and just like kind of critiquing because it's not always the kindest way to live your life, I guess.
Yeah, and on some level, I know like I should process it and do better because they're just trying to improve me. But then I'm like, some days I'm not in an improvement mood,
Well, and also like if you refine,
yeah,
like who you are gets maybe washed out in the process, which would not be good. Nobody doesn't want Danielle Wickes in this world, right?
Hopefully not.
as a
maybe one or two people, but you never know.
They don't count.
They don't count.
Oh, Jody says that she's experienced that too. Okay, yes. I think
Jody's got a big channel, so she must know exactly what I'm talking about.
Anyone that puts themselves out there into like the public eye, I think unfortunately it's like we do have to have a bit of a thick skin, but I'll say it for you, Danielle, that felt kind of petty. So
a little bit.
It's okay just to like let people be who they are. Oh my goodness. So here's Jody's. I'm going to put this out there for everyone. And this is not like to be mean to people who are out there trying to help. Like we appreciate that. And I hope I'm not making people self-conscious like in the reverse situations. But this is a great example of what it does not need to be said. Jody was told in one of her first videos that she needs to wear more makeup. I have unpolite words and phrases for someone that would say something like that to one of my friends. And Leslie brings up a great point too, which by the way, Leslie, I am a huge fan. I follow your work on Instagram and when you spend time with Danielle and your designing is absolutely gorgeous. People really don't know how hard teaching is. When you're on camera, and I know I've talked about this with people before when we've done our videos, but you can get so derailed by like even your own thoughts as you're trying to like explain something and share your process and then do the thing on camera and also are thinking about whether people can see what you're doing enough or not. And I mean, there's just a million things. Then you're like watching comments and then you see comments and oh gosh, if they were those kinds of comments, I would just be totally like caught off guard. I experienced something last year where I was doing a live video with a large group of people and there were some not super flattering comments made like accidentally over my like audio as I was talking. And it was just like, I can't remember the last time I was so distracted by something on a video or during like a work setting. And it really, you know, like I'm glad we're having this conversation. I think it's good for people to understand kind of the ins and outs of how their comments and their interactions with people online can affect others. So oh, well, Leslie, I only said it because it's true, but I'm out here
I get to hang out with Leslie this weekend. I'm so excited. I always have a good time with Leslie. She's so inspiring.
Oh, I'm trying to highlight a comment from Jody, and I keep like hitting other people's comments. Oh, she just gave them back so much kindness, Jody. That was a classy way to handle it. I would probably either just have said something trying to be nice or ignored it in the moment because I don't have the desire to be mean-spirited even when things are hurtful. So, oh, Lori says, loving that, Danielle.
You like it?
Yes, it's very cool. I'm loving it. I'm loving that like there's some like because the one that I made is pretty skinny. Like if I was wearing it, I'd probably stack it with other things. And yours has like a nice bit of bulk to it so that it could be like a standalone bracelet or layered still, of course.
Oh yeah. And I think so the structure of yours is where I got the idea. How you did the right angle weave segment with the 2-hole bead.
But you really kind of like amped it up with like including another 2-hole bead that like sets against the silky. That your construction is working really well.
Thanks. Yeah, it seems to be coming out okay. Like I was first I was worried it was going to be too loose, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But these 2-hole beads, are these called brick?
Yes. Those are so the tiles are like the square shape, and then the bricks are like kind of a half a tile, roughly.
Half a tile. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a little bit like Tila's and half Tila's in a way. There's so much potential in those beads, and this is very similar to the shaping there.
Jody's super grateful because she was trying really hard to figure out something to do with those green beads.
This is really easy to do. So it's just you start off with the right ankle weave circle of the bricks, and then you step up through one of the holes. And the silkies, the way the holes on the silky works is just so perfect because it lines up. They go through like this. So you get a corner that just tucks right in there. Actually, speaking of, I want to put one on there right now. There we go.
Speaking of.
Yeah, see, and it just pops. Oh, I could bring my little light over. Sorry, it's so dark on that side. There we go.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, I feel like the bright colors and the contrasts of like the opaque versus the transparent beads is helping a lot with being able to see things well.
It's definitely that bright pop of green is working so nicely. Oh, this is working. Yeah.
Super fun. Everybody's loving it.
I love this. This is so fun.
There's lots of people commenting on the fact that like if they are live, that they're like customers or students or other people working with them are quick to defend them fiercely and delete comments and all that good stuff. So I think that's really like my goal in this community is to like have each other's backs. I think that if we do that, there's not a lot of room for, meanness and rudeness and whatever. And there isn't a lot of that anyways. Like, I think also part of this conversation should like be specifically that there are few and far between situations like this happening in our beading community because everybody's so lovely.
Yeah, it's rare that I get an outright like. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten a really like you could say they've all been relatively constructive, I believe.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
the attempt was to be constructive, right?
Yeah, and I think the only reason I think I even had any reaction at all was some of the stuff I actually know it to be true from other experiences that were like not related to beading. So those are the ones that really land, right?
Yeah, when there's like some truth like layered into it, which I mean, I don't know. I guess when I think about the things that make us unique, like you might talk faster than some of my other designer friends, I don't ever think of that as being like a negative thing. It's like really, I think of it as a superpower because you get through things faster than some of us do. I don't know. Like it
It's
wouldn't
funny.
have struck me as something I needed to critique you on, I guess, was all I was thinking. But
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like there's some okay, so I heard there are some people that they listen to their podcasts on high speed dubbing, so they up it up to like 1.5.
I have a friend that she literally had to turn her speed down on her computer because we were getting ready to do something together. And she was like, oh, hold on. I have everything like fast forwarded a little, or, sped up a little bit.
Yeah, that's interesting. So there's
You're
people
just like
who
a real
like
life version of that. People don't have to fast forward or speed you up if you're already just a teensy bit faster, maybe.
yeah, it's like, hey, don't worry, I got you. No dubbing required.
Oh, that's awesome.
Some of the stuff that it goes back to elementary school, like
Yeah.
way back in the day when you're just kind of like at your most sensitive time of your life where everything matters, everything's so important.
Well, and I think that there's times early in life where you don't realize how to use every part of who you are to like your advantage. So things that maybe other kids, consider to be some kind of a difference are, taken as like negative, even though, that's not necessarily the case at all. But yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you just got to
so
find your
much.
people though, because those people out
Yeah.
there dubbing their podcasts, we are gonna hang.
Yes.
We're gonna hang. But I
Oh,
remember being at work and stuff, like back when I first started working, and just during meetings, if I had a question, or I remember people like actually people who are in leadership roles over me saying like, "Okay, slow down."
oh.
So I'm like, "Okay, I will slow down," but I
Well,
don't realize that I was doing it. It's just so funny how little stuff like that can stick with you.
and that's exactly what I was sitting here thinking about is that, any of my comments after you shared that really, I think, are boiling down to the idea that, the keyboard cowboy like term for me comes from the idea that people when they're online, I don't think are necessarily always considering what they're saying and how it can affect others. And they're quicker to like say the thing because they're behind a computer rather than if they were having a face-to-face conversation with somebody. I don't know that they would
Yeah.
always speak the same way they speak to people when they are like typing it out. And so it's maybe just a really good lesson. Like think about this is like stuck with someone for a significant period of time and maybe is even like part of like past, sensitivities. So yeah, just maybe like think before you type a little bit. That's all.
It's funny. It's just funny, like the stuff that I remember from mainly from like the office work, because in the offices are weird places for.
Offices
Oh
are
my god.
super weird places. I don't know if I've ever heard another creative person talk about having previous office work and then after the fact, like I think I know exactly what you're saying. It was like a bizarre like
It's so weird.
environment for me to exist in. I'm like, I'm supposed to sit at this desk and like make 100 phone calls in a day. What?
I know, right? Jenny says that she sometimes speeds it up times 2. Wow, that's
I was reading that and I was just like, I guess I've never really thought about.
think about it.
I'm sure there's times where I would like benefit from having something faster. Usually I'm the person that's like pausing and rewinding everything on, like, if it's something I'm trying to learn like a technique from or something.
Yeah, I might slow it down in those cases. It's like it's also in task appropriateness, like judging your environment for what's needed in that moment, and something about just reading the room, right?
Yeah. So this is interesting. Leslie gets told that she's brief in comments and writing. I would say that means you're concise, which is a good thing. See, I can take any comment that maybe is like supposed to be a criticism and like spin it to like,
and spin it positive. That's a good trait to have. That's a very
also positive things about this that maybe someone else is overlooking, but
true that.
Oh, this is such a cool bracelet. I absolutely love it, Danielle. If you're going to be stitching for a minute, I can pop the other screen over for people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I just got kind of like enjoying going on this one.
Yeah. I dumped all the beads out onto the tray, and I'm going to try to brighten up the tray. This is just my bare desk. I didn't even have a tray here for everybody. So the subscription beads that get mailed out over the next few days also have an option for the companion bundles, as many of you well know. And these are the fire polish that I used for my inspiration for the beach day, the last lake day of the summer sort of inspiration. And then these are the pressed glass from that bundle option. And I'm sorry, like my camera is a little fuzzy, it looks like, but I'll just try to like hold things for a bit.
Oh, I agree. Those are yummy colors. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lori, it's not too late to get the add-ons. I think you can use that subscription coupon code through tonight. So pop on there because I'll start printing all those orders tomorrow. Oh, and then I did throw together a little pair of earrings this afternoon because I was spending some time the last few days trying to do some other creative outlets, some drawing, and then it got me inspired to look for some beading ideas. And I was scrolling Pinterest and saw some things that inspired these like eclectic earrings. And I'm going to do this in more colors because you guys, I just love the idea of throwing together a stack of our 2-hole beads with like good spacers with the seed beads and the fire polish between. And then you could use a drop bead down here, but I just hooked up one of our pressed glass beads from the bundle with a head pin, like a ball and head pin. So it looks really nice and finished. And I'm definitely able to do a little tutorial on these at some point, but this is just 24 gauge wire. So for anyone that is interested, like that's all there is to that. But I'll make sure and post some pictures maybe tomorrow to announce the launch of the August colors, perhaps. But here are some of the other. So like the 2-hole beads, there's 3 different kinds in these earrings. And then the other 2 in this collection are, we've got more of those triangles because I'm loving those. And then one of my favorite 2-hole daggers. Aw, thanks everybody.
Oh, those are stunning. I'm going to love those colors.
I know, I can't wait. So this is one of those sets of colors that it's like if the July set was not my bag, so to speak, like these colors are like totally up my alley. But these are the seed bead colors. We've got like a really sandy, translucent luster, kind of like topaz-y 15, and then like this super seafoamy dark sort of green with a bit of it's got like a frosted sort of light, colorful rainbow finish to it, but it's like really, really subtle. And then several more seafoam colors, another like lustery. I've called this luster latte in the past, but it's totally sandy and beautiful. And then these glowy, like these are all like a gilt lined. So the finish is in the lining of it. But I just couldn't help it. These colors were also perfect. I just threw a bunch of that finish in here. So if you're not a subscriber, you will have to wait until I get my act together and get these listed individually. Not all of them will be available for individual purchase, but the ones that are will go up on that link that I dropped in the comments earlier. I'll just add that again for the sake of having it there. And then I'm going to put Danielle back on the screen. So there's your little sneak peek, guys.
That's exciting. Oh my gosh, I love all those beautiful beads.
Well, if it wasn't so close to the subscription shipment dates, I don't always show them ahead of time, but it's like we're on the eve of the, first day of subscription deliveries. So I kind of feel like, it just had to happen.
Right. Yeah. Now I had to see them too. Now I'm going to be getting ideas for the next colorways, and I love all those colors.
Now, Danielle, if I'm looking at your website, is the pre-order September project box the listing that I should share for what we were talking about earlier from your...
Oh, yeah. That's the one that I'm going to be shipping on September 4th.
Okay. So this is like the collection of projects that people can like sign up for.
Yep, that's the one. It's the very second one I've ever done, and it's going to be,
so cool. That's very exciting.
I feel like I've got experience doing individual kits, but I've never done a matched compilation of kits.
I think it's great because it's unique. I don't think I see a lot of other bead people doing something quite like that. Like there's, bead boxes and all this stuff, but I like the spin on it. I think it's really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was going for. I wanted it to be just something a little different, because there's so many great choices out there for, your bead choices. There's so many, but I'm like, so what is it that I'm doing that might be a little, where I could add something? And so I'm like, well, I really like to write instructions. So maybe this giving the instructions with it might make it stand out a little bit. I don't know. Actually, that's what I thought. But
no, I think it's a really smart, and like from a business standpoint, it feels really smart, and the uniqueness of it, but it also, like you were just saying, really directly correlates with your strengths and what you tend to excel at with beading. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what else you do with it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Vaughn said that they ordered theirs last night.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys are going to love. I already have the projects in mind.
Of course you do.
But what I don't have are the colors. So the colors are going to be based on the quantities that I need to acquire.
Yes, the limitations of what you need to do to make something work in bead land as a designer or a store owner.
That's the hard part, isn't it? It's like, you can get a small amount of something, but to get the amount you need for however many orders you're trying to fill, that's so challenging.
Well, and to do it within the budget that makes sense for what you're charging for your product.
Yeah, that too.
And
forget about that part.
And I say that because it's like choosing these like subscription sets. It's like I really get kind of carried away by like metallic finishes, and like I was showing you, those gilt line colors can be more expensive than the average bead, and I get all swept up in like I want like a very specific set of colors because I have this vision, but I also need to like share a certain the beads I'm using need to like fall within a certain budget if I'm gonna like stay in business. So
and that's where I'm really not skilled. So like I'm really good at picking that really expensive bead mix, like premium colors. I once chose a color that you might know it. It's a delicate color that is called saffron. Usually people tend to name it saffron. And I think a 250 gram bag of it is like wholesale, almost $65 to $70.
The saffron name doesn't ring a bell. Is it like a gold plated one?
I think it's got some kind of like special finish on it. I could even probably find the name of it. We used it in the sagebrush mix last August.
Okay.
And it was the cost driver. Oh my goodness, that thing. We couldn't change it. Like my friend Carol and I worked on it together, and
You're like, nope.
I sent her the spread because I have this little Excel that I do, and I sent it to her, and I'm like, any chance we could change this one? And she's like, please not that one.
Please not that bead.
I'm like, I know, I agree 100%. And I'm like, should we just do it? And she's like, let's just do it.
Well, I hope everybody knows from listening to this conversation that, like, if you are frustrated with the amount of money you're spending on beads, it is not because we're sitting around twisting our mustaches and laughing. Like,
oh, I think everyone knows that.
We're going to charge as much as possible. Like, we're over here like, okay, how much can we spend on beads before we like aren't making any money?
And that was a situation where legit, like Carol and I had the option. We're like, do we sacrifice the art to keep the number that we'd originally written down as what makes it worth our time?
Exactly.
And she's like, but I love it. And I'm like, I love it too. I'm like, do we care? And she's like, we sort of do, but not enough to change it. And so we just didn't change it. And then, but now I get asked to restock that all the time. And I'm like, oh, I can't restock.
You're like, nope, not today.
Oh, but I shared the colors.
Carrie says that the bracelets are reminding them of X's and O's. That's so true.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Could we do this in red? And you want to do this for like a Valentine's Day?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm sure we can come up with tic-tac-toe, also that, yes.
And I could keep going on this, or we could try to see if it works with other beads, because like I feel like this configuration could work with these as well.
Oh yeah, have at it.
It might not.
It is 8:51 my time, which I am not in any rush. I just want to make sure.
Really?
I'm not keeping you. Yeah. I was like, are you gonna start a whole nother bracelet, Danielle?
Well, I've got one more repeat to go on that, but I feel like we've got that down. Like we've got that.
Oh yeah.
How would I finish it? Let me go back to the starting side with the tail. I think just to finish it, really super easy, unless you have one of those. Oh, like the symbol findings.
Oh my gosh, that like would just butt right up against that. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. Or if you want to just go with seed beads around, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 7, 8. We could just go in a loop like
a nice
that.
Loop to attach to. Yeah.
Pretty clasp on it.
Keep it simple, guys.
Yeah.
And it just occurred to me that until you added that loop at the end, that there was not a single seed bead in the rest of that project. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Yes, that is correct.
What are we doing over here?
I know. That was not on purpose. Like I had seed beads out first, but then it just kind of worked.
Oh, it looks good. Yeah.
There are places you could put seed bead for interest. Like for example, when I did the step ups on the silky, you could drop a little bead there.
Yeah, you could do like a little like vignette there, but I do love the like it's got a lot of geometry to it without extra seed beads mixed in.
It does. One thing you could do is you could come along and we could just go through here for kicks and grins. While we're saying we love it, here's how we could change it. We could go through here, and then put seed beads here that connect over to this one.
Yeah, so if somebody doesn't love something that is more geometrical or abstract, then that would kind of smooth out the edges. There would not be the point of that silky kind of standing out, but
yeah, so I like it as is, but I'm feeling like just seeing.
Yeah, just sharing like the other possibilities, right? It does add an interesting feature.
Bicone.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that off because I prefer it to be just like it is, but definitely stuff could happen there.
Oh, there's some other Saffron Delica fans out there.
I think you guys probably know the one that I'm referring to.
Well, and somebody said that like no wonder they're called that because saffron itself is so expensive.
Yes, exactly. It's like the saffron of seed beading. So incredibly pricey. Oh my goodness. I think, well, I'll throw one on and see what happens.
We do one round before.
And then some of these other beautiful beads, I just want to string them. I've been on a kick of putting beautiful beads on beading wire with little 15-0 spacers.
Yes, yes.
And that's just kind of the go-to thing to do.
Just a little stacker set.
My thread spool ran away, but we'll find it later.
You got some thread off of it before it like.
Yeah, and it ran away. So with the triangles, I think the only thing tricky about the triangles is you got to string them all through the same hole if you're going to do right angle weave with them, right? So you want to start them with the 4 like that. This was my original idea, but then I stopped because it was getting very confusing.
Maybe practicing with simpler beads would jumpstart you.
That's definitely true. Now, once you have a recipe, you notice like bead recipes tend to, oh, there we go, boom. Okay, so you get the little star.
Love it.
And then there's the step up. I've got it upside down right now. And then here's the silky bead. Through the next one. Yeah, check that out. So that's going to work too. Same exact configuration, same steps.
It's just a little stabby.
Yeah, it's just going to have this on the side, the dimension of it. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, I love it.
That's neat. And I believe it'll work with these.
And oh, am I wrong? I'm wrong. I was like, oh, you could use the pyramid beads don't have the same configuration as the silky beads. For a minute, I was like, ooh, you
mean in place of the silky? Yeah, I think for sure the silky
has to be the like common denominator.
Because he's the one that has that sideways.
Yeah, yep. But spoiler alert, there's a silky in your
yay
August subscription, guys. You'll be able to do a whole nother bracelet like this. I mean, there's silkies and the bricks. I got on a brick kick this quarter.
You did? Oh my gosh, I think we're on the same brain frequency.
I don't even remember. So I'm sitting here looking across the way, trying to remember. I've got I'm pretty sure I included a brick in every month this quarter. Maybe there's not one in the September colors, but I can't even remember what all the September colors are right now. So they're sitting across my room, but.
Well, at least I think the last month there was a brick, if I remember right.
Well, the July. Oh, did I do them before this quarter? Like you're thinking in June, maybe?
Lemons. I keep calling your last one lemon cello. I don't know. I want to call it that.
Yeah, there was like a lemony combination. So gosh, yeah, it kind of escapes me. Oh, that's super cute.
This is different. This is like
you could use the pyramids in place of the tiles in a situation like this.
Yes, that would be
you would just need the silky still for that like other part.
This one's going to make it a lot longer, faster. So you would be doing less repeat, right? But it's going to actually have a completely different look. I'll lay them all next to each other.
So many possibilities. Yes, Jenny. She says, you're so creative, Danielle.
Oh, I just repeated the same thing over and over tonight, but thank you for the compliment. But this is really, really kind of the idea that I just stole from your bracelet.
And I do, you know what? Because we're having so much fun with the silkies, I should drop a link. I have a whole nother section of silkies that's not in the curated collection section on the website because, there's not always a way to like coordinate everything, but there's like a whole silky section. There it is. Yep. So I'm going to drop that link because I feel like people are going to be wanting some silkies after this video.
I know. I might be browsing that link myself.
And I'll be honest, like I'm sitting here going, I can't believe I just remembered to like post that link because even though it's my job to sell you guys beads, I don't always like think of that kind of stuff first.
Oh, I'm right there with you. See, the creatives. That's the thing about creative people is we don't have our sales hats on when we're creating.
Exactly. Danielle, oh my gosh, these are so much fun. Thank you for sharing with
Oh, you're
us.
welcome.
I know I should like flip my.
I got my bright camera. Sorry, like.
I know. I'm like, good. Flip that guy out of there.
Oh, thanks, Jenny. Thank you so much. I had so much fun making this. Oops. It's like poked into the mat, so I almost dropped it. But
it's
gonna hold it up.
So cute.
Oh, you know what? It kind of goes with last month a little bit. I still feel like it has the coastal vibe, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So fun. No, I love the use of the bricks. I'm excited. The August colors are going to be really fun in that design if anyone gets around to popping them out. But well, you guys, I can't believe it's 9:00 Eastern already. Like,
no, it's so late.
It totally just like flew past. But Danielle, do you have anything else coming up? I did drop that link for you guys for the next I'm gonna get the name right. The September pre-order project box. So that link is in there. Oh gosh, my pleasure. Is there anything else you have coming up you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, Saturday, Leslie Pope and I are hanging out on my channel. So Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. Eastern.
I know it's like I have to reverse it, like go backwards, and I'm terrible about remembering the time difference.
Oh my goodness, I'm like the worst at remembering that.
So I wonder why I don't catch. Do you usually do it at 2 p.m. Pacific? Is that your normal Saturday? Okay.
Yeah.
That's like after I get out of work, so maybe I'm just usually like stuffing food in my face or something and miss your Saturday videos.
Your first hour off of work, you're probably just like, coming down from that, decompressing, just not really wanting to be there on your phone looking at YouTube.
Oh, I don't know. Like watching my other friends' bead videos is like one of my favorite things to do. So
I usually have one in the background while I'm working. You know, I listen to.
Yes. Like I was watching you and Nilay and Deb on Sunday and being a little jealous that I wasn't hanging out with you guys. And I was just like sitting there doing like some art or something. And was like, this is just the best thing ever.
Oh, we got to have you on. You got to come back on.
I was on with Nilay. I want to say you were there with us, right?
Was I there?
Maybe you weren't. Maybe you weren't there that Sunday. That's maybe where the jealousy is coming in because I didn't get to hang out with as many people.
I've missed a few this summer because there's been so much traveling.
But yeah, totally understandable though. You got to get those kids out of the house when they're not in school, right?
Or they might go crazy.
Along with mom, I bet too, a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
We're seeing lots of thank yous from everybody in the comments. No, everybody appreciates your beautiful creative project and sharing that with us tonight. So you guys, thank you for being here with us. You make this special. And thanks for all your kind words and your support. And make sure that you are subscribing to Danielle Wickes Jewelry and Beads to Live By. That really helps us and means a lot. And then go do some shopping when you're in the mood. We appreciate that so much. So have a wonderful night, everybody. Okay. Thanks again, Danielle. I so appreciate it to spend time with you.
I always have a good time. Thanks. Bye, everyone.